AEW and Lost Signals alum Darby Allin has successfully climbed Mount Everest this week because apparently jumping off a 20-foot ladder onto concrete wasn't quite risky enough. Darby has described the climb as spiritual, adding that the only thing missing was Jon Moxley bleeding somewhere on the trail just to feel alive. Witnesses say Moxley was actually there trying to suplex a Sherpa through a pile of barbed wire at base camp.
During a recent interview, Dave Navarro was asked about the status of Jane's Addiction after a reunion tour last year was cut short due to an altercation on stage. Navarro responded by saying the iconic band was pretty much done. A suggestion from me to Perry Farrell: work on your anger management or your right hook.
The Toronto Maple Leafs lost in round 2 of the NHL playoffs again. They played just well enough to make you think, hey, maybe this is our year. Then Austin Matthews reminds everyone why he's better off golfing during the offseason, because apparently that's where all his real wins happen.
Duolingo has faced significant backlash recently due to several controversial decisions and changes that have sparked criticisms from users, educators, and the broader public. The biggest issue is implementing AI voice in place of hired human talent. I have been told that this is a great way to help the company move forward, according to ChatGPT.
Welcome to episode 72 of Lost Signals. My name is Daryl.
I'm JD. Why you sound so nonchalant about it?
I
My name is Daryl.
I just like fucking with you sometimes. You know, it's good. It's good.
How you been?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just at the tail end of 2 weeks off, and I have to go to work tomorrow. So that's why I'm having a 7-Up instead of a beer right now. So
That's fair. That is absolutely fair.
yeah.
I'm really liking how we're doing this now. The news at the very beginning, I think, went with like behind the scenes. We got it together faster. That was a lot more fun. So yeah, if you're just tuning in now, we did the news again at the beginning of the episode, and you can feel free to go back and watch that. But that's a lot of fun. I enjoy that. I think this is a great addition.
It's great. I love it. And I think when we're done here, we'll cut it up and put it up as a short or
As a short, yeah.
I think even just a short couple minute video just on YouTube itself, because why not? And we're not trying to actively rip off, Weekend Update, but I mean we are taking some cues from there.
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah.
I mean, ours is different because we're just doing reads and they kind of play off each other a little bit more, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're not big
fine.
enough to get sued yet.
You just wait. One day.
One day. We'll end up getting
we will be there. We will be sued out the ass.
you know what? You can't get blood from a stone.
Exactly.
If there's nothing here to take, it's just the way she goes.
We should actually start with this. It's because it's adjacent to what we just referenced. For a little while, we still are hoping that we get some growth on this channel. We love what we do, and there's nothing more fun than doing what we love while having an audience. And we realized recently that there was a bit of an issue finding us on YouTube, and that was because things just weren't set up properly.
I do things dumb sometimes. Like really, really dumb.
I'm not calling anyone out, but for example, the name of the YouTube channel was Lost_Signals, which apparently made it very, very hard for people to find us, as well for YouTube to like promote us or anything. So that has been fixed, and we are a lot more visible. We weren't, deliberately trying to, make things difficult, but it is a lot easier to find us now.
Are you sure I wasn't trying to do that deliberately? I don't know. Sometimes it's self-sabotage, man. Sometimes I just do it.
Yeah. Well, saying that, we did notice that there's a couple of other channels out there, and some of them are dormant and some of them are not. And just know that we started this in 2021.
Yeah.
And like, we're still having fun with this, and we're having a blast just bullshitting, playing video games, interviewing people, going over current events. And so you will find us, and hopefully it's a lot easier now, and you can tell your friends about it. You can find us very easily, the Lost Signals podcast. And yeah, there's been some updates, but
Yeah.
like I said,
So if you
know that there are,
if you actually Google it now, if you like Google Lost Signals podcast, I would say not with the because there is another Lost Signals.
Yeah.
Just Google Lost Signals podcast, then it'll come up. Before
it's
it
amazing
wouldn't.
what happens when we label shit correctly. Yeah.
Like I had to tell people, it's like, oh, you have to Google my name, and you have to go here, and it's just now you just Google it and it's there, which is stuff we should have done on day one. But alas, 4 years later, we are here. We're in the hole that I dug. So now it's time to get out of it.
This really was your idea. Honestly,
I know it was my idea. Yeah. See, one of the few things that I follow through with completely.
Because I won't fucking let you quit.
I know. It's, well, and that's the thing. I don't want to quit. It's just sometimes. Well, I'm hoping now that we'll get some more traction. So anyway,
absolutely.
Enough behind the scenes stuff, or whatever.
Well,
no, you got more. Whatever. It's not behind the scenes. It's just the reality.
It's acknowledging what's going on. Yes, and we got Brooklyn and James in the chat right now, and we done did the fix thing. So thank you very much. This is actually something that I wanted to bring up, and it's tied into being inspired by a situation, being inspired by others in a positive way, but also lighting a fire where there was just an ember before. It took noticing that there was a different channel out there that had a very similar name to realize that we weren't set up properly. And so now that has been fixed, and hopefully that moves forward. And the rebirth of my work on YouTube and on Twitch and on social media is actually thanks to someone else that I used to work with who, to be honest, wasn't a very good radio host.
Yeah.
Hated going live. And started to get traction on social media and just squandered it away. And it frustrated the fuck out of me. But it made me realize at that moment that why am I frustrated with her opportunity and what she does with it when I'm doing nothing with my own opportunities? And so that actually kickstarted me to kick my own ass to you're more than capable of setting up and continuing on with the talk radio show you used to have. Just do it online now. And it was, I was inspired by someone else doing it in a way I wouldn't have. And instead of kicking them or pointing them out or anything negative, I was like, no, I'm going to do it my way because I know how to.
100%. Yeah, and it kind of goes with what you telling me the other day. It's like it was Sunday, and JD's like, "Can you talk?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm hungover on the couch. What the fuck do you want?" It was 1:30 in the afternoon. It's like I was trying to play GTA or something. Yeah. And so we talked for a bit, and he's like, there is another Lost Signals. I'm well aware. I did do my diligence before I named it this.
Yeah,
because I mean, if and when we get to a point where a guy could be making money off of it, you want that brand recognition. So I mean, absolutely. And I did notice those other channels were a little bit dead. And full disclosure, I got the name Lost Signals when I was playing in a band. That was supposed to be my stage name. I'm sure we talked about this.
Yeah, probably
many years ago, but that never panned out. So here we are, 72 episodes later.
My name, the Media Jack, came from a boring shift driving big truck. This is back when I had the radio show, the talk radio show, community radio station in Prince George, and I needed something, everyone had a moniker of sorts. Like I kind of did. Like everyone knows me as JD, right? And it's a nickname, but it's not really a moniker, right? I had Professor Tom, I had Matt the Mad Scientist, I had Monroe, I had Cypress, but those weren't their real names,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like Tom and Matt, sure, right? But me, like, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
So I came up with the name The Media Jack, but it was actually just Media Jack. And I realized that, setting up social media, there was a company down in California and they were like an agency or something like that. They were trying
Oh
to
yeah.
basically like, we know social media, blah, blah, blah. We are Media Jack, right? And so they had the handle Media Jack. And this is back when I was setting up Twitter and Instagram. I was like, well, fuck, like I want this, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I went JD Media Jack. And I realized the Media Jack was not taken.
That works. That works.
So
man.
I hammered down the Media Jack everywhere.
Yeah. Well, no, it really makes sense. Like
Yeah.
if and we're bad for that in the sense that not everything is named the same because some of the names were taken on, I think, like Instagram or X or whatever. I don't even know the login for the X account anymore. So it's just going to stay like it is. But no, I think everything else has changed over.
Yeah, Lost Signals is pretty close to being consistent. I'm consistent as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
everything I have. The only thing I don't have is themediajack.com. And this actually is also another point is I have my website, themediajack.ca, because someone else took themediajack.com. And before I was like pissed off.
I wonder.
Like,
I never.
I was annoyed and pissed off. Like, how could someone, like, this is mine. This is like I've started this back when I was in talk radio decades ago. Like, how did this happen, right? And so I would itching for the opportunity to take that domain name back, themediajack.com.
Oh,
but then
speaking of the right titles and stuff, we actually have to update the webpage now.
Why?
Because the YouTube channel is it wrong? No, it's right now. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay, fine.
I'm stupid.
We mentioned Chat GPT in the news. I asked Chat GPT, who is the Media Jack?
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a guy out there who has the website, themediajack.com, and then there's me, themediajack.ca. And this guy fancies himself an actor, an editor of audio video, blah, 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 which is kind of funny because that's what I fucking do. But I asked Chat GPT, who is the Media Jack? And every answer that came up was all me.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you look up your name and it's fucking plastered all over every place, like it's all.
So
I'm looking at this guy's webpage right now. We're not going to put it up there, but it's pretty sparse. I mean, not saying that our webpage has a lot on it, but I mean, let's be honest. We're in Canada. You should have the CA,
Oh, absolutely.
But you like just keep an eye on because sometimes like if your subscription just misses a payment, those websites come up for sale. And I think I was just looking that I think that lostsignals.com got bought. Because I don't know, there's a placeholder there. .com. Like, I don't know. No, never mind. It's for sale.
Oh, okay.
It's for sale. Maybe
you fucking buy it.
I might.
Right now.
I might.
Tyler, I see you. Don't you dare fucking buy it.
I might. Okay, I saw Tyler send me this voice message, so just I'm gonna mute myself for a minute and then you just talk for a second. I'll listen. To this. I'll be right back. Okay.
So my whole point to this is, whether you're inspired by your own decisions or inspired by other people, it is always better to improve yourself rather than to kick someone down, to be spiteful or anything like that. Because by basically acknowledging them or responding to them or doing things in spite of them, to no benefit of yourself is actually worse. It's much better for you to be a success, to push forward, to gain some ground and in your life, personal, health, professional, anything like that. Be inspired by someone else doing something you feel is wrong, by all means, but do it your own way. Do it for yourself.
Just like Fleetwood Mac, you can go your own way.
Exactly.
Yes. No, Tyler has a request for a song that we'll play at the end. But
absolutely.
Because, you know, he couldn't just put it in the chat. You know, he's like, I had to make me take time out of my busy show right now to listen to a message. Of course. No, I get it. I appreciate it, though, buddy. It's all good. It's all good.
So, saying all that, I have one more tangent.
Okay.
I was a part of a voice acting competition.
Right. Did we not talk about this last episode?
I don't think we did.
I think. Well,
we led into it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Because the competition didn't happen yet.
Oh, okay. I think we were talking about the other thing with the voice acting. The contest.
Yes.
Is this the same thing?
Yeah. The contest at Northern FanCon.
Yeah.
It turned into a debacle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was that we talked about.
Well, I think maybe do a recap, because like I'm sure there's something said that you were supposed to be promised some shit for winning, but then they reneged on it or whatever, and it's like, no, so we didn't say that. They're gaslighting you. It's like, oh, we didn't actually say that, you know.
Yeah. So to recap everything, there was a competition at Northern FanCon in here in Prince George, and up for grabs, the grand prize was a year contract with a talent agent, as well as help with a voice acting portfolio and a few other things too. It really is like a step up to help someone who wants to get into voice acting. And so I participated in the competition. I had some fun. I read some lines from Green Eggs and Ham from Dr. Seuss. And it was a couple of days later where I got a text message from the organizer of this contest saying, I need your email. I just want to confirm things. So I sent my email. I was on the road at the time.
Yep.
And I get an email like 5 minutes later. It's like, congratulations, you did such a great job during this competition. We'd like to offer you this. And so immediately, like, I won. I fucking won. I won.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Right. But the prize mentioned in the email wasn't what was promised. The prize mentioned in the email was basically a coupon for acting classes.
Oh boy. And I remember, you showed me the actual, I think the promo. It's like, oh, you have a chance to win all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get a kick in the face of the frozen boot instead. Thanks, guys.
It was basically like,
yeah.
It was a $6,000 off a $24,000 year-long acting class. And I was just this is not a prize.
That is not. No, that is. Wow.
So, this was clear confusion because when I contacted contact this number for more information and get set things up, right?
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm still thinking okay, this is how I get my agent, right? So call the number, and immediately the person on the phone is like, yeah, what you were promised and what was promised are two different things. We're going to have to get back to you. So long and short of it was I did not win, but I was given the opportunity to have this coupon. And I'm calling it a fucking coupon.
Mm-hmm.
We call it a scholarship only one. It's a coupon.
Yeah.
For an acting class. Again, $6,000 off of a $24,000 class that would take up 4 hours of my day, Monday through Friday. I work full time. I work more than full time.
That's not for you. That's definitely not what you thought you were winning.
No. So like at one point in time, I was even talking with Alicia about it. Like, I could make this work. But that was before I realized, like, wait, no, I'm not the winner. This is not how I get a talent agent. So
and to spend $18,000 to go get you can think of a lot of better ways to spend $18,000 than on some acting class.
Absolutely.
You know.
So anyway, to wrap this all up, I respectfully I emailed back after they they emailed again saying like, we are so sorry about the confusion. This was not meant to happen. The winner of the contest has been contacted. You were not the winner. We would like to offer this to you.
Oh.
So, okay. All right.
Okay.
Respectfully, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Just sent the email back. Like, no heat, no shade, no nothing. Just nothing. Like, just no, thank you. Right. But it was after that, I was like, I spent the following 4 days, like, how does one get a demo reel to get into voice acting? And that's what I've been doing for the past week.
Yeah.
I have raw audio. I'm getting it worked on. I'm working on it myself. Once I have that polished and ready to go, I am going to start searching for a voice acting agent, because that is how you get into voice acting.
Yeah. Like winning a contest, I don't think that's not the right way to win. I don't think.
It's not. No.
But is what it is. Anyways. Enough media talk, because I'm, I get no,
Enough
but
of my bullshit.
Norm from Cheers died today.
I know.
Like, it's just really sad.
It
like
is. Yeah.
like every like so George Wendt, the famed actor, hadn't that was probably his, like, when people think of George Wendt, they think of Norm, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
he was on episodes of like MASH earlier on. He was in quite a lot of stuff, but like he was Norm, right? Like that's when that's what people will think of when it comes to him, like, and I'm sure every bar has a Norm or someone that could fill that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've been that person. I mean, sometimes it is like that when I go to Homebound in Warman, Saskatchewan, our sponsor, even though I'm not drinking at Homebound today because stupid work tomorrow, but just trying to be responsible for once.
Proud of you.
But it's a big loss, like, but I'm trying to think what else he was in.
I can picture him in other movies. I know that he like did guest voices for like Toy Story, because
he was
Ratzenberger was in it.
Yeah, he did a bunch of like Pixar stuff. Like he was in like The Incredibles as the Underminer.
Yes.
I'm just trying to see.
Yeah.
Like he was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It
it is wild, because like, it is iconic, but at the same time, you're absolutely right. Like there is that one regular at every bar, restaurant, drinking establishment where like everyone knows him, right?
Yeah. Like he was in Taxi and Soap, and he was in The Little Rascals and like the '94 version, and Spice World, and Santa Buddies. He was apparently in Spice World. I think he was their like manager or some shit. I can't remember. I only saw that movie once, and the story about the time I saw that movie is not appropriate for this medium. So it was we'll just leave it at that, and if I remember, I'll tell you later, because it's not good.
It's fair.
But yeah, but you know what? Let's be honest. Like, he was 76 years old.
Yeah,
he was a big dude.
Yeah,
he probably did drink a lot. He probably smoked a lot of cigarettes, in the 70s and 80s, in the 60s, right? Because that's like he was born in 48.
Yeah.
So to live that long,
I wonder how much of that beer was like full alcohol beer.
I don't know.
On the set of Cheers,
I would say it probably wasn't.
I don't know. But yeah, it is sad. Like, it's just another reminder. Like, Jesus, when Betty White passed away, I'm like, this is gonna be the worst fucking year ever. Like,
okay, so according to the AI overview, God, we're lots of AI lately. No, the beer on Cheers was not real. And actually, now that we're talking about it, I remember when Cheers went off the air, they had a behind the scenes montage and whatever, and they said no, it wasn't real. But in the last episode, it was real.
Oh yeah,
because you pretty much have to. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it was a great show, you know, and it, like Ted Danson is still around, Woody Harrelson. Like I mean Rhea Perlman's married to fucking Danny DeVito, so I mean like she's
Yeah,
still
and they've been
around
married for
like
years.
years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no. Like I mean, rest in peace, George. You know, he's a good actor.
Absolutely.
More TV stuff. You messaged me the other day, and I saw a little bit of it. A bunch of TV shows from like the 90s and early 2000s are coming back. Well, two off the top of my head.
Oh yeah.
One,
Yeah.
one is King of the Hill, which I think premieres this fall, probably.
Yes.
And the other one that they just wrapped filming was the Malcolm in the Middle reboot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, you know, like Bryan Cranston coming back and Frankie Muniz, which he's been notorious on social media over the years. Be like, oh, how can you be retired at 30 years old? It's because like I wasn't fucking stupid with my money and he didn't have to work anymore. Pretty easy.
He's literally a professional race car driver.
Yeah,
now. Like he's having a blast.
I mean that dude, like he's winning. Like like good for him. And cool that they're bringing it back with the whole cast except for Masterson. I don't think.
No, Masterson was never a part of that.
No, but yes, not Danny Masterson. His brother was in the show. He was the older brother in Malcolm in the Middle.
I think no.
Yeah, 100%.
No. I think he is coming back. I think the only cast member that's not coming back is the one who played Dewey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because he retired from acting.
Okay. Christopher Masterson.
Okay.
That's Danny Masterson's, I think, younger brother.
That would make sense.
Well, he's born in 80. Masterson, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be over the moon with King of the Hill coming back.
Well, let's be honest. Like King of the Hill, like I like King of the Hill. It wasn't my go-to show though. Like if we're talking Mike Judge stuff, I'm watching Beavis and Butthead. And the last
100%.
But the last couple reboots or whatever you want to call it, a Beavis and Butthead, I mean, I'm missing the nostalgic touch, like back when you watched that shit in the 90s when it was new.
Yeah.
It was so out there that it was just it was so new that like nobody thought like a TV show could exist like that on TV.
Yeah.
So with the new stuff, it's like whatever. But like I like King of the Hill. It's going to be an interesting reboot to see what actually happens. Like, is it like, did they move ahead? Like, what's the time span here? Like, is it?
Well, no, it is modern times. They are moving ahead. Apparently, spoiler alert, Bobby is a 5-star chef.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But there's also going to be like, who's going to play what and what's going to happen here because Tom Petty has passed away. Brittany Murphy has passed away.
Yeah. Which they were a couple in the show. So, I mean, they could play it off like a murder suicide or something. Or in canon or in whatever, like.
Yeah. Also like, the guy who played Dale Gribble, I think, has passed away.
Did he?
I know it's one of the main 4. Because Boonhauer was played by Mike Judge as well. Right?
Johnny Hardwick died August 8th of 2003. 2023, sorry.
Yeah, and he played who?
He played Dale.
Okay, so Dale Gribble has passed. Like his voice actor has passed away as well. So there will be some recasting.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, apparently he died and they didn't find him right away. Oof. No, it was. The examiner noted that his death appeared to be relatively sudden, that drowning was unlikely, but there was no obvious signs of drowning. So, okay, something bad happened there. We're not going to look any more into that right now.
Just so, well, I mean, to me, it sounds like he died while in the hot tub or bathtub.
Oh, yeah,
and right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe like the Matthew Perry thing.
I was just thinking that, too.
Yeah.
He was found there. He didn't die because of it.
Yeah, that could have been, like a drug cocktail or whatever, or or lower blood pressure and you just pass out, right?
Yeah. So Hank, Boonhauer,
Peggy,
same character, same voice actor,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah,
Dale needs to be revoiced, and who's the fourth one? Why am I blanking on his name?
the fuck is it?
Yeah,
The fat white guy.
exactly.
The
King of the Hill. Characters.
something is buzzing on your end.
There's a lawnmower outside. Bill.
Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Bill Dauterive. And Stephen Root is still alive.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
watch it. I mean, like, I will watch it when it comes out.
I will too. I'll be real intrigued to see how they play this off. But yeah, the King of the Hill is coming back. Malcolm in the Middle is being reboot, which I recently found out the word reboot does refer to something being revisited. So
Yeah.
it wasn't I was like, this is not a reboot. You're not reinventing everything, but reboot actually does still mean to be revisited.
Right.
So, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. And did you happen to see the trailer for Welcome to Derry that dropped this morning?
Why would I watch that?
Oh, right. Yeah, you're still a chicken shit, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still a chicken
Yeah.
shit. I should, though. I should watch that trailer,
Yeah.
honestly.
Welcome to Derry is the television prequel miniseries to the 2017-2019 It remakes by what the hell is his name? I can't remember.
Stephen King?
No, well, yeah, it's Stephen King, but who is the director? I can't. It doesn't matter. But it's the same director that directed the movies that is also directing this new miniseries, if you want to call it that. And it's got the same Skarsgård playing Pennywise, so it should be bang on. Well, it will be.
Sounds like it.
Like, the trailer looks amazing. So, I mean, as somebody that's read the book like 14 times or 17 or whatever the hell it is, it's a lot. I'm really looking forward to it. This is set in 1962. If you read the original book,
Mm-hmm.
It was split into two parts. There was the kids when, like, in 1955, and then in the 80s when they killed Pennywise. And it is canon in the Stephen King universe. So what this new movie did, they moved everything up. So they were the kids in the 90s, and then they killed Pennywise in in the 2020s. So,
okay.
This new miniseries takes place in 1962. So it's one of the pre-events, like the last time Pennywise was around before he came back in the 80s to, torture the main cast, which is a cool way of doing it, which in a way is what they should have done in the first place. But no, I think it'll work. So,
I'm moderately familiar with the character. This is basically like when the alien came to Derry.
Well,
Am I spoiling it?
no, because it's not really an alien. It's hard to explain. If you want me to explain, I could have
no. I'll watch the fucking trailer.
Watch the trailer. Like,
I'll watch the trailer.
I could go off on the Stephen King Dark Tower stuff for probably like 4 hours.
Oh, no.
Like, I could just keep going.
They're trying to make that into a TV series.
They're
going the route of Avatar.
They've been trying for fucking 20 years to make this, because the last book came out, the last in canon book, not that they aren't all canon, but the last actual book in the series came out in 2003. So since like the 90s, they wanted to start making the original, like the original books into a miniseries. Yeah. But it never happened. It's supposed to happen now. I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah.
There's no point.
They're going the route of Avatar, and I don't mean blue people. I mean the Avatar, Last Airbender, because M. Night Shyamalan tried to do his version of Avatar, The Last Airbender, and it fucking bombed.
Yeah.
and now they are doing the live action version of the series of Avatar: The Last Airbender. First season, incredible. Second season, they just wrapped filming. Third season, they are actually starting production and filming this week.
Like back to back. That's quick.
Forward.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool though. I mean, like I never really got into that stuff. Like I've never watched any of it, but I've heard nothing but good things. So,
okay. So if you heard nothing but good things, I would. The cartoon, like the Nickelodeon cartoon, great. The live action series, like it stays true to the content so well that it's you can watch both at the same time. The season 1 animated, season 1 live action, and enjoy it like parallel. Right.
I may have to check that out. I'll add it to my list of things to watch.
Yeah, no shit.
I've tried starting, like you were talking in your stream yesterday, that about The Last of Us.
Yes.
I started watching it, but I shut it off like 3 times now. Like I got like 10 minutes into the first episode, and it's like I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. This is too much. This is too much.
Because I mean, like I did play the first, I don't know, like first couple hours of the game, and it was pretty fucking close, man. So it's like, I'm just gonna wait. I'm pumped for season 2 of Fallout to come out.
Oh yeah.
Like the first season of Fallout was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you? I'm sure we've talked about this. Do you ever watch Big Mouth?
Nope.
On Netflix?
Nope.
Season 8 to that drops on Wednesday? No. Not tomorrow. Thursday. The 23rd. 3 days from now. So Thursday. Friday. Sometime this week it drops. Fuck whatever.
Numbers are fucking hard.
Yeah. It's the final season of Big Mouth. A really crude animated show about kids growing up and going through puberty and stuff. It's really good. Like it's kind of it's really vulgar. I mean, there's a character that fucks couch cushions, like JD Vance.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Maybe he was the basis for that character.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. James says The Last of Us show, at least season 1, is brutal but good.
See, I've heard that. You know, like, and that's why I'm just not there yet. I mean, I've seen just shit ton of memes. Like, I kind of know what happens, you know, because I tend to spoil things for myself all the time. But I'm just gonna wait. And then one day, it was the same when I started watching The Boys. It was like 3.5 seasons in, and I'm like, I'll just get a wild hair. It's like, okay, I need to start watching this. Then I'll binge watch, like, you know, for like 18 hours. Then, oh yeah, I'm caught up. I know everything now. And then I know everything.
I am an expert.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. It's probably my autism superpower, because I'm sure I'm on the spectrum somewhere. But like, but yeah.
Completely unrelated, and I don't think I told you about this. It has nothing to do with autism, but it just to spark a memory and a thought.
Yeah.
Going back, December, Christmas, New Year's, sitting there with the family, playing cards. I'm predominantly right-handed, but I'm ambidextrous.
Weird.
Playing cards, shuffling, dealing, whatever, and then my shoulder started giving me issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm just fucking playing cards. What the hell's going on? So whatever. Ice it, heat pad, you know, Tiger Bomb, the whole deal. Got some movement back into it. Saw a massage therapist, and eventually it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Because like it's a problem, and it won't go away. It's now been like 5 months. So went to the doctor, and he's like, oh, maybe you should go get an X-ray, because you can do this, but you can't do this, and you feel clunking, and like the joint isn't quite in the socket, and blah blah blah. So whatever, went to go to X-rays. And it was late last week. I get a phone call back from my doctor after the X-rays got to him. He goes, "Yeah, you have rheumatoid arthritis." I went, what?
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah.
Okay. He goes, "Is this a Is this a family thing? I went, I don't know. My father was a high performance mechanic for decades. Maybe, I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. So, the doctor's like, well, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, blah 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 blah. And I'm on the phone with the doctor, going like, already doing it, already doing it,
Yeah.
already doing it. Like, it's like, eat healthy, lose weight, keep movement, like be active, blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, osteoarthritis. Alicia's in the chat.
Okay, yeah.
Osteo, not rheumatoid. Anyway, so I tell Alicia, who, not to take anything away from her, but like, she has a very demanding job. She cleans houses for a living, and a concern of hers is arthritis. Why did Alexis on Fire suddenly pop up on the screen?
I was moving stuff around.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it was just up and gone. It's fine. It's just
So
subliminal advertising, man.
yeah.
Or that's super liminal, I guess.
Anyway, so I tell Alicia, it's like, guess what? I have arthritis. And she goes, oh. Well, we should adjust for this. We should do this. We should change this. Right. But it's, again, like, talking with the doctor and going through her, who's also my trainer for bodybuilding. It's like, I'm already doing the majority of the stuff that I need to take care of this. So I have arthritis apparently in my dominant shoulder.
Well, that's fun.
Isn't that fun?
I mean, that's the joys of, like getting up at, to this age, like that's, you just, your body starts failing you, like.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I thought my biggest problem was stray hairs growing out of my fucking ears. No, it's my good shoulder now turning into my bad shoulder.
Yeah, good times. Oh boy. So, new tangent. The Foo Fighters fired Josh Freese, the drummer.
Yeah. And the Who, the exact same week, fired their drummer, Starkey.
Really?
Starkley. Yeah.
Like the whole thing with Josh Freese kind of confuses the fuck out of me though, because like they really did some things to make him look like he was like the permanent guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Freese plays with everybody.
But so does Dave Grohl.
But I think when it comes down to it, when Dave Grohl wants to do Foo Fighter stuff, there's nothing else that happens. Like if you are signed on to that band, that is the end. Like you are not doing anything else. So I'm wondering if they're going into the studio for something. There was a rumor, and there's a couple things about this rumor that kind of make it seem right, that Shane Hawkins may be the new drummer for fucking Foo Fighters. The kid is 17. That's Taylor Hawkins' fucking kid. He's 17 or 18. Like, if you were 17 or 18 years old, would you want to go and play music with a bunch of 60-year-olds? I mean, the paycheck would be great, but I don't know if you'd be on the same wavelength, like
I think maybe you're asking the wrong question. If you were 17 or 18 years old and a good enough musician for a rock band to pick you up, would you not want to play with one of the biggest rock bands in the world?
I don't think so.
That's the way I see it.
I don't think I would.
No?
If you're going to be if you're that good already, like it, right? You're going to have, plus you have the name to back you, that you should be able to go and play with any band that you're going to want to. Like there should be no issue with that. So I don't know. Like I guess it'll all, I am like, it's tough. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the next week or two. Like if there's a new drummer or what, like, I guess if they're going into the studio again, I mean, Dave will probably play, I would think, but I don't know. They just announced a bunch of shows at the end of the year. So it's like,
well, Dave Grohl's second oldest daughter is also a drummer. So if you want to go
Right.
with a family connection, I mean, it's there. Absolutely. I don't know. I would think that if I was a musician in my teens, I had just finished high school, um, fucking the Foo Fighters want me. All right, let me pack a bag. You know, like
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Like I don't know what I would do, but like again, to me, if your talent is at that, call it next level,
mm,
unless this is like a short stint, it's like, okay, Shane, you're gonna come on for like one. You're gonna come for one album, one tour. We're gonna get you some cash. That I don't know. And Tyler's saying that he would. And I guess
I would too.
it all depends on the situation. So, I mean, I don't know.
Speaking from my own experience, I'm not the best musician, right? Like
Yeah.
I was trained as a child, classical piano. I am self-taught guitar, both rhythm and bass. But when I was in high school, like drag racing was everything. I was the captain of the drag racing team for my high school.
Yeah.
I had started working at the local drag strip when I was like the age of 12. Like that was where I wanted to be. If Castrol GTX team hired me or were scouting me at the age of 17, I would fucking jump.
Okay.
Like I would go.
I get that,
Yeah.
but it's a very different situation with what you're talking about compared to what Shane Hawkins would be doing.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Right? Because you're talking about somebody that's poor, right? In the sense, right?
Yeah.
Compared to somebody like Shane Hawkins, it's like, okay, they got some cash. He doesn't need the big payday right away. So I don't know. It's I don't know. I guess I'm never going to have to worry about that question because it's never going to happen to me in the sense that I'm going to get called up to play drums for the Foo Fighters. Bass, maybe.
Yeah.
Doubtful. But you never know. I don't know. Stop yelling.
I'm just saying, if they're going to give the opportunity to the kid, sure. Like it could be a temporary thing. It could be a permanent thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. Josh Freese was, kind of set up to be, or at least staged to be the permanent thing, but he lasted 2 years.
Yeah. And I'm guessing it's the amount of stuff that he does in the off season, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he's in bands like A Perfect Circle. He still plays with Devo. There's a bunch of other bands that he's with too. So I'm wondering if there's like a conflict with like A Perfect Circle and Foo Fighters stuff that's going to be happening. A conflict. I mean, like scheduling conflict. So maybe Dave was just like, okay, I got to find somebody else.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you could be right. Absolutely.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. So if you guys were here from the beginning, we did the new stuff again at the beginning. Former guest Darby Allen made it to the top of Everest. Why? I still don't fucking get why people want to climb that goddamn hill. Like,
that is my question too. Fucking why?
Like, man, there's like hundreds of dead bodies up there.
I know.
Like,
I know, and that is
they use them as markers. It's like, oh yeah,
Yes.
turn left at the green guy, like, and keep going. Like, man, like, I don't know.
This was a conversation, and I could be wrong, but I think this is a conversation that Alicia and I have had in the past of like what we'd like to do if given the opportunity. And she mentioned like mountain climbing and maybe Everest and whatever. For me, immediately it was like, no, God, no, please no. Because not only are there dead bodies every fucking where, but there's no toiletries. There's no porta potties. It is also covered in shit. It is a mountain covered in shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes it is like a literal lineup of people to go to the peak of the mountain.
I've seen those videos, and it's like, no, thank you. If you want to go to the top of Everest, like there is some really good drone footage now, like amazing drone footage. That's enough for me. So fuck that shit. That big rock can stay where it is. I don't give a shit. I don't even really like driving through the mountains anymore. I don't mind.
Do you remember? Do you remember? You're old. I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In 1980, it was actually like a couple of days ago, was the anniversary of the explosion of Mount St. Helens.
Oh yeah. I've read lots about that blow up. I was not alive for it though.
I was like an infant
Yeah.
when it happened because I was born in '79.
Mm-hmm.
But like the write up about it, the stories that were told, and like the footage that was available, like half the mountain was gone.
Well, the pictures
and even to this.
Sorry, but like the pictures that dude took on that other mountain when he saw it blowing up, like he knew he was dying, like because there's nowhere for him to run. So, but he got as many pictures as he could and then protected the camera with his body. Like that is why there is a bunch of pictures out there, like documenting it.
Yeah, no, just utterly insane. But like even to this day, like you can go down to the Lower Mainland, basically Abbotsford, and you could see Mount St. Helens, and like it's just a portion of the mountain is gone.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about like mountain climbing, like I'm all for it. First thing I'm doing is it an active volcano?
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of really, brave, dumb people out there. I guess that's the way to put it. But not my thing.
Nope.
Not my thing.
Good Lord, no.
God, no.
I will hike with Alicia to hell and back for a beautiful waterfall. But a mountain, like, no, there are certain things I'm checking beforehand.
Remember the book and movie Alive? The plane crash that happened, I think, in the 70s in the Andes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what
when I start thinking of mountain climbing, that's what I start thinking of. So, no, thank you.
Yeah,
no fucking yeah. I think Brooke's a little far behind in the chat.
I actually messaged her. It's just like I think you're about 10 minutes behind.
Yeah, it's all good.
Which is fine. She's very busy.
Yeah, it happens. Okay, I'm gonna pull this Band-Aid off. Fucking NHL playoffs. Round 2 is all set. My Leafs lost in 7. It fucking. So in the second round, if I watched the game, they lost.
Yeah.
If I didn't watch the game, they won.
Oh, that's the fucking worst when it's situations like that. Like I'll be sitting here watching TV, watching the game, like they scored, like turning it off.
Yeah.
And then find out later, like, oh, they won.
Yeah. Yeah. So on Sunday, my cousin and I went to the casino for something to do, and of course the game is on because, well, it's a casino. So I'm like, okay, well here, but by the time we got to the casino, it was like 5-1 for Florida. So it was like, yeah, it's over anyway. So I don't care. But
it was family dinner for me, and the game was on. Usually, like whenever we have family dinner, like there's music or whatever. But this time it was the game, and it was like 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess I'll be. I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I never have been. I guess the second team that I would have cheered for growing up would have been the Oilers. I am not going to go and jump on that bandwagon hard. I will cheer for them, kind of, but my hockey season is over. So,
I host live radio 4 to 5 times a day throughout the week.
Yeah,
sorry, 4 to 5 times throughout the week, and I've made it very because I've been following the playoffs and talking about the playoffs because I'm generally live on the radio when there are games on.
Right.
And I'm in the fortunate position where I'm the only one in town who is live during the evenings. So I'll give updates, right? And I've made the point many times before, like I'm a lifelong Vancouver Canucks fan. That is my team. But this time around, I feel as though like any Canadian team I am rooting for, I am reporting on, I am 100% behind.
I don't know if we talked about this. We might have at one point. But do you know lots about the Canucks? Like do you know like enough? Like do you know who the first captain was?
No.
The first captain? No, it was Orland Kurtenbach.
Okay.
Okay. Orland Kurtenbach is from my hometown.
Oh shit, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first captain of the Canucks is from Cudworth.
Very cool.
So at one point they wanted to get a sign made up and they asked the family if they could and whatever. And they're like, you know, it would be fine, but like he never played hockey here.
Oh.
He was born here and then grew up in Prince Albert.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So he was born here, but he never played hockey here. So, but I mean, it is kind of cool to say, like, if you look up his stats, it says like where he was born. He was Cudworth. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I've had the like again in my own fortunate position of being in radio for the Vancouver Canucks. I have met and chatted with Kirk McLean, Trevor Linden,
yeah,
and even Roberto Luongo.
Oh, nice.
And it's just like meeting Kirk McLean and Trevor Linden. I was able to tell them the story of my life when they were in the 94 playoffs. And I told them both, and I've told the story many times before. It was my dad and his third wife. They were together. I went to school in Langley, and we lived in Abbotsford.
Okay.
And without traffic, that's a 45-minute drive, right? During the playoffs, my father would pull me out of school so that we could get home in time to watch the game.
I think we talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've told this story to both Kirk McLean and Trevor Linden, who were playing in that series. And Kirk McLean had the best answers, like, well, it's good to know where your dad's priorities were.
Oh boy. I do what you got to do. But I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure we talked about that a long time ago.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess, rooting for any Canadian team, it would have been so fucking wicked if two Canadian teams would have made it through. Any two, honestly, but only one is into the Western final. That is the Edmonton Oilers, who are a strong team. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh my God. If the Jets would have made it through, that would have been.
But I think Edmonton would have just ran them over.
Doesn't matter. That guarantees a Canadian team into the final.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, I do hope that Edmonton wins now. But because I hate Florida. And I hate Carolina.
Yeah.
And Edmonton's playing Dallas, so out of the four, I'd rather cheer for Edmonton. Which is it's really saying something. Yeah. Let's start wrapping it up here, I think.
Sure.
Are we done? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So like normal, we're gonna add a couple songs into our Found Signals playlist. It's found on Spotify and it is linked in the description on whichever platform that you're listening to. You can okay, I need to play this.
Okay.
This is a voice note that Tyler sent me. So Tyler doesn't realize that I have my WhatsApp up on the computer. So should be able to hear this.
Hey, if you're doing the show, I've got a request.
Can you hear that?
For some audio to throw onto your little playlist there.
Fine.
You should check out Rivers of Nile's new track called Water and Time. It's fantastic. Okay, bye now. Bye.
So I'm going to have to listen to it again to get the actual spelling, but Waters of Nile, I think. Good. Yeah. That's a request by our friend Tyler, which he was in the chat. I don't know if he is anymore. Because
I heard the replay, so I heard the entire message.
Yeah. So good.
Cool.
So we'll add that one. I'm not sure if they're Canadian or not, but like we are still doing that. But I'll add this one for Tyler as a request. So,
Sure.
So that's the first one. What's your first one?
Trooper, Raise a Little Hell. Right. Keeping along with the theme of tariffs, going all Canadian, Troopers, Raise a Little Hell is an iconic, absolutely iconic rock song.
It's a great tune. Great tune. My first one this week is going to be, and it's actually the title of the episode. It's Try Honesty by Billy Talent. I thought that I would have added at least one Billy Talent song over the years, and I hadn't. Not one. So that's why I went with this one. It's a great song. That whole first Billy Talent album, it's great. Like front to back, great album.
Yeah.
So
don't they have? Aren't they the ones who wrote the song about the ghost ship of cannibal rats or something?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong, but holy shit, the story behind that song, that's incredible.
Yeah, that is Billy Talent, but that's off of that was their last album, or latest album, I think. Huh? I'm gonna have to look that up.
That could be a song for the next episode. That's an episode title right there. My second song, Canadian band Blue Rodeo, for whatever reason, and I've had this band, their entire Outskirts album stuck in my head since I was a wee teenager. Blue Rodeo's Try.
It's such
for whatever reason, for the past couple of days, I've just had that ringing in my head.
That happens to me too with Blue Rodeo songs. Yeah. Like it just randomly, it'll get in your head, and then you have to listen to it about 14 times, then it'll finally go away.
Stop.
Yeah. Like 5 Days in May will get stuck in my head. Like that fucking, is that a harmonica solo or something? There's something in that, and it's like gets stuck, and then it just won't leave. And then like Diamond Mine, that whole band is great. Love that band. And again, that's another band that I'm surprised that we haven't added on here before. So my last one is a brand new one. It's a couple weeks old now. New Headstones track, and they have recently signed to Dine Alone Records in Toronto. That's the same label that like Alexis on Fire is on and City and Color. So this new track is called Navigate, and it actually features, well, it's City and Color, but it's Dallas Green from Alexis on Fire. And the song is great. It's great. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a classic, like it's 4 on the floor beat. It's just, it's what the Headstones do. It's solid rock that has been around for forever and will still be iconic in 20 years. It's got that Canadian sound of rock music.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Yeah.
Love it.
If you are watching this at any point in time, if you're live in the chat, or if you're watching this afterward, either on Spotify, Twitch, or here on YouTube, you can request a song as well by leaving a comment down below or going to lostsignals.ca and requesting a song through the email there. Although I think that could change.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, okay, no. Yeah. You know where to find us. You can request a song.
Yeah. Email at us, info@lostsignals.ca. We're on Lost Signals Podcast on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I don't know why we're still on Facebook. I'm not on X because fuck X. We're not on TikTok.
Exactly.
That's it. It's been episode 72. My name's Daryl.
I'm JD.
We will see you guys out there, I think. If I would hit the wrong buttons. Right buttons.